After what felt like an eternity of waiting, the day had finally arrived. Time to pick up my 2023 Tenere. The bike was sitting in Parramatta, about a 25-minute taxi ride west of Sydney. I got to the dealership early, buzz it. I met the Yamaha crew, signed the papers, shook the necessary hands, and then I started looking around for my new machine. And there she was, sitting there on a stand, gleaming like she already knew the miles were about to tear up together. I gave myself a swift slap in the face to put it together. Then I loaded up the gear, locked everything down, and pointed the front wheel towards Melbourne. Beforehand, I planned the whole run using the Coomera Connect for Montana 710i. Building waypoints along a rough route home, nothing fancy, just enough to structure me to keep on course while still letting the journey and the adventure unfold.
Off into second, no problem. Just picked up a Tenere 700 World Raid. Just gonna look left here and off I go. From the dealership, new purchase. So I'm pretty psyched and I'm taking it for its first burn. I'm gonna make my way to Melbourne because that's where I live. I flew up this morning, arrived a couple of hours ago, picked up the bike, packed it up, and now I'm off on my journey.
First stop, the Blue Mountains, about an hour and a half out of Sydney. Perfect distance to relearn the feel of the bike after a long riding break. By late afternoon, I'd burned more daylight than expected, so I turned south towards my first overnight stop at Beehive Campsite, around 3 hours away. Mostly tarmac roads, rolling through Fitzroy Falls and dropping into Kangaroo Valley, then driving into Motel National Park. Ripping through the winding country roads is one of my favourite styles of riding. Long lefts and right-handers. The only sound was the bike roaring through the environment with a hustle of wind flapping on my cheeks. The whole package of being out on my bike on my first adventure made me feel phenomenal. I was out and about and I loved it. I mean, why wouldn't you? So I switched off to the clutter of the world for a long while to completely immerse myself in the moment. For a few minutes, I'd completely forgot about everything. I slipped off the bitumen and pointed the front wheel inland towards Beehive Point. The gravel here was in top shape, well graded, predictable, nothing that was going to catch me off guard today. An official service campground, but it's a well-known and much-loved wilderness camping location, accessible by water or rough track. After 5 hours in the saddle, I was more than ready to kick down the stand and let the day settle. Out here, nothing was going to rattle my mood. When the world finally faded behind me, I slipped out of phone coverage. Just me, the Garmin, a few gravel roads, and hoped that my pre-trip planning was half as good as I convinced myself it was. Rolling into Beehive, I killed the engine and scuppered the place out before unpacking. But after a long day on the bike, there was only one thing on my mind. Pulling into the campsite felt like a reward in itself. Time to unfold, breathe, and let the day settle. There's something about that moment, helmet off, engines ticking as it cools, that gives you that space to reflect on the kilometres behind and start shaping the plan for the next sector. I settled in for the night, cooked a simple dinner, and then crashed out hard. If you ever visit, check out New South Wales National Park and Wildlife Service page for access updates, restrictions, alerts, and fire warnings. I'll link the specific park in the info description below. In the morning, after a well-deserved rest and a strong coffee, I started packing the panniers like a game of Tetris. Tight straps, balanced load, get in there you dog. I refuse to be that rider that consistently pulling over to readjust bag. Coomera was up next, so I didn't waste any time and set off on my journey.
Right, let's get out of here. Well, that was lovely. Just spent the night in Beehive Campsite, and now I'm going to be doing a long haul today. I'll be travelling south to another national park. I'm probably about 8 hours out of Melbourne, but I'm trying to do a bit of a scenic one along the way, just to make it into a bit of an adventure. It's been a really good night. Had a good bit of food, and now I'm ready for the rest of the journey. I've probably got 5 hours today, I reckon. 5 hours of travel to the next point, next destination. Destination known. Love these roads. What a beautiful spot this is.
After a fuel stop in town, and while filling up the Tenere, a local told me about some country twisties in the Coomera State Conservation Area. So I took a right at Noah, headed down to Yowell Road and checked it out. That's one of the best things about the motor community. 9 times out of 10 you get solid tips from people who just want to share the magic. Back on the road again and soaking up everything the Aussie countryside throws my way. Carving my way through Jarrawangala National Park, taking in the views, the smells, the silence, completely in the zone. Just me, the horse, chewing up the dirt, chasing horizons and stacking up memories one track at a time. The route pushed south towards Coomera, a regional town in the snowy Monaro. It sits about 114 kilometres south of Canberra and is widely known as the gateway to the Snowy Mountains. It's a practical fuel stop, supplies and a rest before heading further into the alpine country. With a decent sized town centre and everything you need close by, it's a reliable checkpoint on any ride through this part of New South Wales. Rolled into Coomera and lucked out with a motel. It just had enough room to give me a bed for the night. After roughing it, you really do start to appreciate the simple things. Hot water, decent mattress and a quiet room. Perfect chance to rest, recharge the batteries and get ready for the final leg of the journey.
Good morning. Thanks Tenere Motel for letting me stay the night. I arrived quite late last night to Coomera. It's going to be a long stint today. I've got up early for it. It's now 6:20. The light's just coming through and I'm on my way. Bike's packed. I'm fed and watered, and now gonna try and get into this stint. I'm gonna sign off now and let the bike do the talking.
The third and final leg of the journey, through the dry plain on the Snowy Mountain Highway towards Selwell Snow Resort, passing through Margle Nature Reserve. Riding through the dry plains felt like slipping into one of Snowy Mountain's best kept secrets. The roads tighten, the forest thickens, and the air takes on that alpine crispness that tell you you're just gaining altitude. It's a kind of region where your tyres crunch over the gravel that hasn't seen traffic all day. Heading towards Selwyn Snow Resort. This stretch on the Snowy Mountains Highway is smooth and scenic. Surface changes, the forests close in, and you feel like you're properly out there. Not far down the road you pass the 3 Mile Dam, a tranquil mountain lake that always seems to catch the light just right. It's a top spot to stop. Kill the engine, listen to nothing but the wind in the snow gums. In the summer, it's ideal for a rest break. In the winter, the frost and ice make it feel like riding through a quiet alpine frontier. It's a perfect run for riders who really enjoy the mix of everything. Gravel roads and remote bushland. A ride that's not just about speed, but about the scenery and solitude. It's been great showing you this trip, and I hope you not only enjoyed it, but you'd like to try it as well. Bye for now.